everybody, this is a totally impromptu video, but I just started spinning something new and I thought it was cool, and the kids are conveniently playing at the neighbors, so I was like, it's a good time to make a video. So sorry, my camera is wobbly. And what I wanted to show you was I'm spinning some really pretty, this was some leftover fiber we had. This was from a big bat, but it was so floofy that it is all sort of, and then I of course have manhandled it too at this point in time. So it was a big bat. There's actually two big bats that I've sort of deconstructed, but oh, it's so pretty. You can see I wrapped it up. There you go. So it's kind of like a large bat, and I don't know if you can see in the light or not. It's alpaca. It's natural black alpaca. You may recognize it from some past fiber bundles, as well as it was on our site, and I absolutely loved it, so I had to spin some. So it is natural black alpaca, and you can see a little bit of teal there and a little bit of berry here, and that was hand-dyed merino that was blended in, I said, in this big old bat. And I was having fun spinning something instead of, I feel like you'll see me spin dyed braids so often because I feel like that's easy for people to learn on, and that, or I don't know, more of a traditional like textured blended bat. So I just kind of wanted to show, like, so this is alpaca, and I'm going to show spinning here in a minute. So it's got just this much more natural pull. And like I said, a lot of my videos are geared towards learning to spin, beginner spinner sort of things. And I just like spinning braids. And so my first advice I usually tell people to do is to, you'll hear me say, like, pull it into strips and then go through and pre-drafting. And as you can see, this is so floofy. And then it's already got, you know, it's pretty easy to pull apart, as you see. So I've, like I said, it started out as this big bat, and I've just literally been pulling sections off like this. And then the great thing about bats, that is one fun thing about bats, is there's not really a right or wrong way. And if you've taken my Dream Yarn course, we've talked about that in there. You can literally just like choose your own adventure with bats, and kind of, you can pull it into sections. If it's more colored, you can kind of see the colors in this. You can start in different sections that way. You can kind of turn it. And so you're taking fiber from different places as you're spinning, or you can just let it be what it is, which is, I think y'all can probably guess how I normally do that. So that is what I'm spinning currently. So let me flip the camera so you can see. This is my Spinolution Abe, which is my newest wheel, so you may not recognize it. It's got the black 3D printed head, and this is the 8-ounce flyer head with the matching 8-ounce bobbin in black on here. And then the rest of the wood, and I have been lazy. I don't know, I keep trying to come up with like the perfect way I want to finish this. And I mean, guys, just being totally honest, I've just been busy and I haven't done it yet. So I think that might be a project for when Mom comes up. So right now it's just the pretty natural birch that all the Spinolution mills are made out of. So it's perfectly lovely and fabulous. And I haven't been taking it, you know, anywhere where it would get wet. So it's fine. I've been enjoying spinning on it. So that's what this is. And let me reattach. Like I said, I was talking about how you could just kind of pick from anywhere. And let's see, I may still move the camera. I wanted to show just how easy it pulls. Instead of having like specific directions or like a strip that you're pulling from, with this more natural, loosely milled, non-dyed fiber, it really just so easily comes apart. So here, let me move. I want you to be able to see down on what I'm spinning here. So hold on just a second. Okay, so here we go, different angle. So I've got the bat here on my lap, and you can see, like I said, I really wanted you to be able to see, you can just pull from pretty much any area. And I mean, look how, and I mean, alpaca's shorter fibers, so you don't want to pull too aggressively on it. But look how easy it is. Look at that nice, here, let me move this so you can see the contrast there better. Look at that nice like V. It's like a fan that comes off from here as it's grabbing all those little fibers. Like I said, it's a very easy, satisfying, smooth, thin spin. And y'all know I normally spin, you know, thicker, more chunky stuff. So, but every once in a while, I do really enjoy just doing something kind of different from my norm. Let me move the pegs here. And see. I've got it on a smaller gear, and I'm doing kind of slower feet since, like I said, this is mainly alpaca. Actually, I may need to loosen the tension up a little bit there. But, and you see, like I said, if that comes off, you can literally just reattach from, like, anywhere on this bat. And here's just a little bit more the spinning. Like I said, you can see, like I said, it's just a really nice, it's a very nice hand pull on this alpaca and merino. So like I said, this was from our, a couple months ago, natural bat, which, spoiler alert, we may be transitioning more into a natural custom rovings, just because, you know, like what fiber arts owner doesn't dream of having all their own custom small farm rovings. I know that's definitely one of my dreams that is becoming reality, so I'm very excited about that. But we also, this was bat format, and like I said, it is a small farm, and small farm fiber, you know, it's not super processed, which means it's very easy to spin. But you will see, and I mean, whether you get from us or other small farms, you may come across a little bit of, you know, VM, vegetative matter. And I mean, as you spin, it literally just falls out. So, I mean, it's not anything that I ever particularly am concerned about at all. You know, I mean, obviously you don't want dirty fiber or like giant pieces of something stuck in it, but, you know, a little bit will just easily come out while you're spinning. And this is really pretty clean, very super fine fiber. And here, actually, while I'm sitting here, I have an example. Let me pull this up. Here's my example of some of our custom small farm roving I'm really excited about. And so this is the same idea. Sorry, this camera is way too close. Let's back that up a little bit. Same idea as our natural bats, but we could have more for people with this custom roving. And honestly, with some of the finer fibers, they just hold together better. Trying to get them to stay, like this one in particular, trying to get it to stay with using the finer fibers in like bat form, like, oh my goodness, they were just falling apart, and I was having to put them back together, and it was getting ridiculous. So in an effort to also have some really nice fine fibers for people to spin and be able to mix in some more interesting things, like this stripe of, it's very subtle, sari silk here in the middle, the custom roving worked well. But you can see how on this same spinning idea of what we were just looking at, it's very, and this is a mix of rose gray alpaca with, you can see the sari silk, you can see the interesting little colors. This, actually, no, I'm sorry, I'm lying to you. This is Corriedale wool, natural Corriedale wool with a little bit of rose gray alpaca mixed in, and sari silk. There's like a stripe that goes down through the middle. But you could see how easy, like I said, this is very easy to draft versus a traditional like roving braid, like what you get with like our dyed braids. That definitely, you know, is just by nature, because it's not natural, you know, harder to draft through. But look how fun this is. And then, like I said, here's a little part of the recycled sari silk, and I don't think the light in here, you can't see the colors too well, but it's just, it's such a different experience. So if you're a newer spinner and you haven't tried something like this, it's really fun to get some more natural kind of small batch roving is what I call it. So either small batch roving or bats, just a really fun kind of more easily draftable, easily pulled apart, and it's just really pretty natural colors. I mean, these are all, for the most part, I mean, these are like 98% natural colors on all of this. Here, you can see the texture in here for the little bit of color. This is really pretty. My mom and I have both really enjoyed spinning this, which is how we ended up with this as our first batch of custom roving. So yay! So a lot of you will be getting some of this in the mail, and the rest of you will just have to be jealous. So anyhow, I'm gonna get back to spinning. I just, like I said, the house was actually quiet, and it was a good time to show this, and I didn't look too scary. So, you know, I figured, what the hell, let's make a video. So I will get this posted, and I hope you have happy